Are you in braces and looking for more information on how to help yourself get an ideal treatment result and fast? I'm Dr. Zack, owner of The Orthodontist in Christiansburg, Virginia. If you answered yes and you're a patient of mine, then you're in the right place. If you're getting treatment with a different orthodontist, they may have different recommendations, so it's best to check with the doctor treating you if you have any questions about what we'll discuss. I've tagged different sections of the video in case you want to skip around at any time. Discomfort. We always try our best to make treatment as comfortable as possible, but unfortunately, some discomfort is unavoidable. Typically, the most discomfort you'll experience will be at the beginning of treatment when the gums and cheeks are getting used to having braces pushing against them. Over time, your tissue will toughen up. To help minimize discomfort, we recommend taking Tylenol and Advil, but any store brand will do. And these medications are even better at preventing pain than curing pain, so it can help to take them on the day of your appointments and regularly for a few days after each appointment. Sore spots happen to most people undergoing orthodontic treatment. To help them heal, we recommend using orthodontic wax, which we'll provide at the time of bonding. You can also buy some from most pharmacies, grocery stores, or online. It's unlikely that you'll damage the braces with wax, so ball up as much as you need and press it onto the offending area. Keep applying wax as needed until the sore spot stops hurting. Poking wires. Always check for poking wires before you leave an appointment with us, and let us know if you feel any sharp discomfort so we can help you while you're here. Sometimes the wire slides out the back during treatment. If it's bothering you significantly and wax isn't helping, or if anything's bothering you significantly, call us and we'll handle it as soon as we can. Sometimes in treatment, we use these little steel ties and the ends can become untucked. For this, we recommend using a Q-tip to gently push the untucked end back under the main wire. But if you have any concerns about doing this, we're happy to assist you. We would rather you call us than risk damaging anything and increasing your treatment time. Food. When something breaks, it often increases your treatment time. So both of us want to minimize the risk of breaking any brackets or appliances. People will often ask, what foods should I avoid while in braces? A big no-no is chewing on ice. Whether you're in braces or not, chewing ice is very harmful to your teeth. It turns them more yellow, makes them more brittle, more likely to break, and very high risk of breaking off braces. Avoid chewing anything unnecessary. Chewing pens, pencils, fingernails, all that makes you more likely to break your braces and increase your treatment time. I don't like to give a list of foods to avoid. You mainly have to be more mindful when you're eating. If the food is tough, like steak, apples, corn on the cob, you can still eat those things, but you're going to have to cut them up into smaller pieces first and chew with your back teeth. If you get cavities while you're in braces, that also increases your treatment time. And the main cause of cavities is a high sugar contact time. You can clean your teeth perfectly, but if you're regularly sipping on sugary drinks or snacking on sweets, you'll likely get cavities. I tell patients all the time, it's okay to have an occasional reward, and I think you should. But don't have sweets throughout the day. Even one soda. If you sip on it for an hour, that's way worse for your teeth than drinking the same amount of soda in 10 minutes. I know this isn't the most exciting material in the world, so to spice it up, here's a few seconds of me playing the didgeridoo. Hygiene. Good oral hygiene helps in so many ways. It looks better, feels better, helps your teeth move more easily with less pain, and reduces your risk of long-term health issues. If your gums are pink and pointy and you don't see any hardened plaque like this, then you're likely doing a great job. Even if you're doing a good job, we all miss spots, so it's still important to get cleanings with a hygienist every 6 months. If you can, get cleanings every 3 months when you're in braces because you're going to have extra plaque buildup. If you're not doing a good job cleaning, then it will show because your gums will be red and swollen like this photo. The reason for this is that when plaque, the bad guys, live on your teeth, your body wants to get rid of them. So it sends an army of good guys to fight off the bad guys. That's why the gums get red and swollen, because your body's sending a bunch of blood flow there to try to get rid of those bad guys. With good oral hygiene and minimal sugar contact time, your teeth should look more like the left side here when your braces come off. With bad oral hygiene and a high sugar contact time, you'll likely end up with white spots whenever your braces come off, and nobody wants that. It takes about 2 weeks of consistently high-quality oral hygiene for your gums to go from inflamed to healthy. So please don't give up just because they're not looking better after a few days. You gotta keep going. Forever. Now that we know the consequences of poor oral hygiene, let's talk about how to avoid them, starting with flossing. There are multiple options for flossing your teeth. The most important things for any option you choose: number 1, to remove the plaque, you need to hug each tooth and slide up and down a few times. Number 2, be gentle. No need to hurt yourself or damage any of your appliances. If your gums are red and swollen, a little bit of bleeding's okay, and that will decrease over time, as we mentioned. Number 3, take your time. If you rush anything, you're likely going to do a poor job, and then you're wasting your time anyway. So take your time. I believe that good old-fashioned string floss is the best way to clean between your teeth. That's what I use every day. But when you're in braces, it's much easier to use an orthodontic floss stick like this. What makes an orthodontic floss stick special compared to a regular floss stick is that it has a thin end here that can fit under the wire like so. And then, as mentioned, hug each tooth and gently slide up and down a few times, hitting each side of each tooth. The second most popular flossing option for people in braces is superfloss. Superfloss has a stiff end here that can make it easier to push underneath the wire like this. And then wrap it around your fingers comfortably and hug each tooth, slide up and down the same way you would with any floss option. Floss threader is another option. This one probably does the best job cleaning the teeth, but it takes the longest, so most people don't do it regularly. You thread the floss through, push the floss underneath the wire, remove the floss threader, and then floss the same way you would with superfloss or regular floss when you don't have braces. The time-consuming part of this is doing it for each and every tooth, but if you do this daily, you'll have Hall of Fame hygiene. One of the best ways to clean out those hard-to-reach areas is by using these interproximal brushes, or as I like to call them, Christmas trees. They're great for getting the sides of brackets or when you have food trapped underneath expanders or other appliances, using them like so. Water pick. A lot of people ask me about the water pick, and I do not recommend it as a replacement for floss. You need something to physically remove the plaque off your teeth. If you only used a water pick to clean, that would be like washing your car or washing dishes with just water. It doesn't remove the stuff. The water pick can be a great addition to flossing if you want, but I think the best use of water pick is that if you have food trapped in hard to reach places, then you can push it out like a squirt gun. Brushing. I recommend a soft bristled electric brush. With proper technique, you can brush just as well with a manual toothbrush, but an electric brush makes it way easier to do a good job because it does half of the movement for you. I also recommend an electric brush with a pressure sensor that will notify you in some way when you're pressing too hard. This helps minimize the risk of damaging any of your braces or your gums. The most important area to focus when brushing is the gum line, the front and back of your teeth. Take your time, be gentle, and feel the bristles brushing your gum line. The second most important area to brush is around the brackets. This is why brushing can take twice as long when you're in braces, because you want to clean the top, bottom, and sides of each bracket in addition to the gum line. Tongue scraper. The mouth has more bacteria living in it than anywhere else in your body, and most of it lives on your tongue. Scraping your tongue daily decreases your bacterial load and may help if you're having issues with bad breath. Sports guards. While in braces, it's extra important to wear a sports guard. If you get hit in the mouth while you're in braces, you're more likely to significantly be hurt. There are special mouth guards for braces that won't damage your appliances, and they can be adjusted multiple times as your teeth move. I hope this video helps you on your journey through braces. I'm Dr. Zack Brackett at The Orthodontist in Christiansburg, Virginia. Simply Smiles is our mission. Peace.